Thank you. Thank you. Okay, looks like we finally connected. We've been here for over 15 minutes and YouTube wasn't connecting, so I had to call my honey bunny in, and hopefully you should, there you go, you should see me now. And we're here. So I was over at the window talking to the dolphins out in my ocean out here as we were on another stream somewhere for 5 minutes live, and we were playing in the dimensions. I think the dolphins are playing with us. So welcome everybody. I'm so glad you're here, and my new little dolphin cup says hi. So let me just check, make sure I can be heard, I can be seen. Let's see, where am I? Right here. We'll get okay, good. All right, welcome everyone. We're here now, and I've been talking with the dolphins for a while now before the call, but on and off all the time now, especially. And I just went on a trip to see our pod, and I met our new pod. And so there's a lot of really just incredible energy. And the dolphins are typically joy energy, play, and they're showing me something different. They're saying, like, not being limited by your perceived boundaries. That's my best translation for that. Yeah, they just burst through boundaries, but it's all very effortless. So cheers. Okay, good. Well, I'd like to introduce you to some new dolphin friends here, see if you can see them. On my trip, I was blessed to find several beautiful dolphins that wanted to come home with me. This is my one, and none of them have names yet, although there's a couple coming in for her right now. I don't know if you can see. It's too bright to see all of her beautiful markings, but I have a white jaguar, and we always work with the jaguar spirit guide as well as the dolphin spirit guide and the dolphins in physical. Here's a rose. This is very pink in reality. It's looking a little bit orange on screen. And that's another one of our new friends. And here I have a family. I don't know if you can tell, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Little dolphin family, and I have some of these are presents for people coming on the retreat, and I've been finding these rainbow dolphins recently. And at first I was like, oh, but the rainbow dolphins are actually a tribe, a pod, and this one I thought was fascinated with this big thing right here on the left, cerebral cortex and the crown chakra, the third eye area. So this is our little rainbow dolphin representative, and we've got this guy as well. So I like stones, and even though clearly the rainbow stone is dyed, I typically don't do that. The stone holds a quality from Gaia, from the earth. The dolphin spirit comes in when it comes out. Oh, here we go. I knew there was another one. And then it's a marriage of the energies. So you're getting the energies of the stone, you're getting the energies of the dolphin spirit, and you can see the difference in this dolphin just by the pose, the spirit that it's holding. Okay, and this one standing up, and this beautiful being here. So one more, I may have shown you, I got that one a little while ago. This was my first rainbow dolphin. So what we're going to do today is see what the dolphins are saying, and I want to share with you my screen. Now, I started while I was waiting to connect, I started putting down your names, Carmen and Symphony and Lisa, that's Sylvia, Cindy, I think here, Olga, Enza, Monica. I have a lot of names here, Marin. I don't know how these are going to come through. Okay, so as they come through, they could come through in a lot of different ways. I might do them in order, but usually I'm shown a name, and I'm usually guided. Sometimes there'll be a message that will be for multiple people, and we don't know when we're playing with the dolphin energies. So I want to get us tuned into the dolphin energies, and we're going to do that. Welcome. If you're new here, thank you for joining our pod. And we are doing the Dolphin Guides and Healing Experience. We have another show tomorrow with Leora, and then I have the full moon, which will be our celebration with the dolphins in this gold pyramid that's been coming to us. I'm going to be continuing to give you dolphin messages and dreams, different meditations, different things that have been offered. And these are all dolphins. These are all my photos. And these are all dolphins that are part of one of my pods in the third dimension. So I went on a journey for 2 days, 1 night through the jungle over to where we're going to be doing the retreat. Stayed near the Dolphin Center, went out at night under the moon, did heart-to-heart weaving, weaving from the moon through my heart into the waters, into the dolphins. They were very interactive, and I got to go and say hi privately after hours to really have a moment. And there were quite a few of the pod there that I know very, very well. And so this was one of the greetings that I got, and it was just delightful because they're not being told to do anything. This is a beautiful connection that we have. I immediately heart-to-heart weave with all of them. And so this is my dear friend, and there's Picasso was my first kiss, and Regina, I did a lot of healing work with her, and her baby girl Mulan, I was her very first kiss as a baby. And so there's all kinds of history, work, play, and you don't even have to be in the water with them in order to have this connection and have them sonar messaging you, recalibrating you. So this was when I first went over to where Regina and Estrella are, and I was just talking to a lovely lady who was on the last retreat we did, where we did our Day of Dolphins was with Regina and Estrella and their 2 babies. And so I was sharing with her that a few months after that, I got to be Mulan's first kiss. And so these lovely ladies came over to say hi, and we did some heart-to-heart weaving, some eye-to-eye contact. They were very beautiful, playful. And I was really excited to see, especially these 2 ladies, because I have a lot of work in my past with them. And no matter what I did, right behind me was another area with 1 male dolphin, and his name is Thor. And Thor was also Regina's baby, and he's older, and he was talking to me. He was squeaking. He was blowing, poof, poof, poof. He was doing little sounds, and then I would turn around and I would go over, and I'd start to heart weave with him, and the communication that was flowing was just stunning. I really like the picture on the right where the light is, you're seeing the frequency, you're seeing the energies in the water. These are Caribbean waters, and this is the light shining now and coming. And we're connecting, and the way that the energy is going around. So vibration is what they're all about. They have 2 big giant brains, and they can scan you, recalibrate you. They don't have to touch you. If they do, even being in the water with them, you're receiving frequencies from them, and they do things to realign you. I can see the energies that they do with most people, and it's quite amazing when they calibrate it. So just take a look and connect our beautiful pod here, because they're going to be probably some of the ones talking to us today. And eye to eye was incredible. Then I would turn around and I'd start talking to Regina again, and Thor would start squeaking and blowing. And then we'd have a long session, and I do have videos, but I don't know how to show them here, of we'd eye to eye, and then he would roll over, and then he would show me his crown, his blowhole, and then he would blow, and he would do different kinds of breaths, and then he'd roll to the other side, and we'd go eye to eye, and then he'd go under in strange ways while looking and maintaining contact with me, and come back up, like vertically, and make sounds, open his mouth. We were having an incredible experience together. And I want you to also, again, look at the water, because when we do our retreats, when we do our energy work, everything is energy. So we're there with our pod dolphins, these beautiful dolphins that have called to our soul to come to be with them, because they have gifts for us. They can help heal us, release things from our body, mind, from the past, give us answers by raising our frequency and realigning it, recalibrating it back to the optimal frequency for your soul right now, for what's happening. And we're all in a karmic completion right now, and we're all moving towards the equinox, and we're going to be there on the equinox. And it's an incredible portal. Your new life, in whatever way that's relevant to you right now, will be birthing between the full moon in a couple of days up to the equinox. We have a new energy entering the planet, and it's important that we're fluid, that we understand that structure of what we used to have isn't what's important now. And the dolphins have been really emphasizing that Saturn in Pisces means dissolving structures. Just use that as a loose interpretation. How will the difference happen? Or is it mean structure to your intuition? Or is it mean experts in intuition will come to the surface? Or will it mean that there'll be more structure around intuitive healing and light body work? So there's all kinds of ways that an energy can be used. What the dolphins want us to realize is that you're also in the planet the way we're in the water, you're in the air. And even though you don't see air like you see water, you are moving it. You are inputting these frequencies. So look above the crown here and how the water almost looks like it's curling and crinkly and 3D. And then where it comes down around the head and goes deep and then comes up out into these interesting patterns, almost going off into neural pathways of a brain. And then you have the circles coming out like from vibration around the head, above, below, and to the side, and the smaller frequency waves. So you get to be in this medium, and then you're connecting, and then this energy's coming through to you. So this is a gift for you from Thor. He had so many messages. He wants to speak to you. And they have such a wisdom because they're multidimensional. Now look at the water again, how incredible that is. And how the water on him is changing frequency too, the texture of it, the way it's moving. So right now you can begin to understand, you can begin to be open and receptive to these energies, to these frequencies. This is an incredible one with the rings, you know, coming out. They're almost like wings and then tiny little stairs or vibrations. It looks like you're looking down into the water. And these are some of our new pod. And there's a new pod that we're going to work with one day, one of our 4 dolphin days at the retreats. And we're enrolling people now for July and for December. And if you want to come in March, listen to the call, contact me. We're on our last call for all of that. But you can get an early bird price on all December or July as well through the 20th of March. So take a look at it. Let me know if you need to talk. And so one of our 4 days, 5-day retreat, but 4 of those days we're going to be about half the day with the dolphins in the water. And we'll be doing other things with them. weaving when we're not in the water. But this is one place we'll go one day. And these are beautiful new friends, very young and playful. And this is a baby. And her name is Perseus, I know. And she's absolute doll. And take a look again at her frequency, her signals that are coming out. There's a spiral coming out from her blowhole, out and around. It seems to go over her back and then do another curl. And then from her base of her tail, looks like a heart almost, or a tube torus. It goes up and out around both directions, not in the same distance though, initially, and come back right in here under the fin. Isn't she adorable? And here's Mama. Mama's name is Osiris. Yes, I know. And this is baby Perseus. And father was named Zeus. Ha, ha, ha. Cuteness, 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 cuteness. Okay, so remember that at nanakasha.com/retreat, we have information. We have these other retreats. If you want to lock in that price and get a reserved seat for July, December, or jump in for March, check it out. Contact me. Let's chat. This is Picasso when I got my first kiss from him. And yes, we had a full mouth kiss, but this was my happy, I just got kissed by a dolphin picture. And I got to see him. And this is Shadia. And she wasn't there, but we're going to get to play, meditate, hug. And we're going to have 3 days of meditation, this floating meditation. And the lady that just signed up for July, she has been here and done this. And she said, I'm so excited to come back and reconnect and have another experience. And I said, well, guess what? We're going to go 4 days. And 3 of those days, we're going to be doing the meditation, the floating meditation at the bottom and the middle. And she said, oh, well, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I said, I know, me too. I'm okay with that. So these are my beautiful friends, and I invite you to come and make your dream come true. This isn't a tourist event. This is a spiritual awakening event. We're going to awaken, heal, activate, shift your energy. The dolphins will be recalibrating you. I will be doing work with you. I will be guiding you through all kinds of healing activations. It's going to be a very loving space. It's a cocoon of being together for these days, and we're staying right there in the town with the Dolphin Center. And we're going to be going to other sacred waters in cenotes and doing ceremony and going to Mayan pyramids. So all of these together are going to be bringing a new frequency, a new opportunity for you to recalibrate, let go, shift up into the next place of where your soul is going. So what's happening for you in the new astrological year? What's happening for you? When do you have to move somewhere? Are you ready to start a business or change jobs? Are you ready to do something else in your life? And this, leaving your home, leaving your comfort zone, going somewhere that's fun and adventurous, but also healing. We're going to be doing this healing work with each other while the dolphins go around us. You can see one's right there helping me with some vibes. And this waters are healing. The ceremonies raise your vibration. Everything is releasing. Here's the floating meditations, why we love it so much. It's extraordinary. You don't have to know how to meditate or do healing work or anything, okay? I'm going to teach you what you need to know, and you're going to have amazing experiences. And if you haven't been getting breakthroughs, then doing this kind of thing is the perfect idea, because you go somewhere new and you're completely surrounded and wrapped in these vibrational energies of love, and allowing your soul to free you from what you're thinking about, what you're worried about, where you're stuck in your life, what you're ready for, connecting you back to your soul's gifts. So the sacred geometry, the healing that we do, the cacao ceremonies, the opportunity to be in sacred vortexes, sacred places with beautiful sacred people, the opportunity to come together as a group, go to sacred temples, have meditations, activations that take you back to your roots in Atlantis or help you remember other lives where you have been in other places where you knew things that you're ready to know now. You knew things, and these are cenotes, these beautiful crystal water places. And so all of these things combine, and this is the beautiful place we're going to be staying, and this is where we eat your dinner, is just wander by the dolphins and enjoy the beauty. So being in nature, being somewhere beautiful, being somewhere that's paradise, being with the dolphins, getting to be with all of us, I invite you to listen to your heart, to listen to the dolphins, to listen to your soul, not to listen to your fear, not to listen to your doubt, not to listen to all those voices that told you shouldn't, you can't, you won't, you don't, not now. It's time to give yourself a break and get out of your place and go in to this pure waters that whatever you have been through, you're going to be freed from it. Whatever you've experienced, you're going to be now allowed to come into your own beautiful soul, your heart, your self, your inner self. And that, what I mean by that is that you've never been yourself and you don't know what yourself feels like or what it looks like. And so when you go, but I have to know where I'm going, or I need to know first, but you don't know who you're turning into, you don't know what you're evolving into, then we have a really strange experience going on here, right? Because now we're like, well, I need to know, but you can't know because you've never been where you're going. And the best thing to do right now, regardless of where you are in your life, is to listen to your inner voice and keep taking a step, trusting it. If you get a message today from the dolphins, and you will, you're going to write it down. You're going to receive it. You're going to respect it. You're going to say, I don't know what it means, or I'm not sure if I got it. Or you're going to leave and you're going to say, I have no idea what I received, but I know I received something. Or you're going to be blown away by how you feel and the vibration that you feel. So what I want you to do is to realize that the answers are always here. There's always a way for whatever it is from where you are out. And so now it's your opportunity to say, I'm ready to receive. What I loved about the lady who signed up today said, I have to start to be a different kind of leader in my life. And in order to do that, I have to listen to myself and I have to plan more time for that. And so coming on this retreat is a perfect example of showing I'm having respect for myself and taking time for me and having a place where then, you know, my higher self, my blueprint, everything can come together to do what it really wants to do for you, for me, for us. Okay, wonderful. Oh, hi, Justine and Sandra. And heal your limitations. Yes, I saw that. Free. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and dive in. Also, if you come on the retreat, you get a session with me, and we do a dolphin session. So it's pretty fun to see what comes through in basically a soul reading, which is whatever you need. We see it, we move it, we go there, we receive it, whatever it is. But this one is specifically to connect with the dolphin pods so that you can get your frequency going. So if you sign up for December or July, you could do that session anytime before then, and also give you the recalibration, meditation, frequency healing. And I've been using that almost every night. It's got dolphin sounds and it's just really gets you into the vibe. Okay, so we give great thanks for this beautiful sacred space and all of these beautiful entities, energies. We have fish and we have wood, a lot of wood, like we're seeing these beautiful wood carvings that are coming from mangroves. They're wood that's coming from the jungle, like vines. And there's this other wood that's been beautifully shaped into carved dolphins, fish, kind of like angel fish. We give great thanks for this infinity healing chamber, and as we enter this sacred space, we ask to connect to Atlantis, Lemuria, and Mu. We ask to connect to the ancient and future civilizations of wisdom, love, and light that worked with the dolphins, connect with the dolphins, co-created with the dolphins. We call in the crystal kingdom. And we call in all of the stones and crystals and energies that are here, that are holding these codes from our past to our truth, and that are holding the energies so that we can once again come into our hearts and co-create with these beautiful realms. And so it is. And tell yourself, I enter this sacred space, and I'm entering in reverence. So leave your desperation and your fear at the door. Leave anything that isn't serving you. You can pick it up again on the way out. But the dolphins, they don't just want you to go to joy, but they want you to come in willing to be purified. They're saying the waters are our friends. The waters not only hold codes, but they transmit these frequencies. And they are an excellent medium for frequency, for light, for color, for all kinds of energy to be transmitted. And the sacred waters that are here now are forming a beautiful, I want to say like a hallway, but it's like waterfalls coming down the sides of this beautiful hallway. And then there's glass sculptures of dolphins, and they go one on either side, and they go up and form a heart, like you're walking underneath a corridor of these dolphin, pure glass crystal dolphins, forming a heart over you like an arch. And there's water pouring down either side. Thank you. At the end, there's a big stone rainbow dolphin, enormous one. And she changes position. She looks like the rainbow dolphins I have, with the white stripes moving through, but the different colors. They're very transparent. She's got a lot of blue down her right side over her fin, and red near the back of her left head and down her shoulders and back. Down the left, there's yellow on the fin and blue under the face and the eye and the front. There's a little bit of green. Just keep tuning into her beautiful rainbow colors. Now, almost like she's on a display that slowly turns. You simply watch and stand there. You hear the waters coming down around you. You give them permission to cleanse, clear, and release you. Now you feel there's a crystal bell sound, like these crystal dolphins that are above us are ringing like a crystal bowl would, and they're vibrating around us. And you turn and you walk back from this rainbow dolphin underneath 7 crystal dolphin heart-shaped arches. The waters are coming down still the sides, but each of these archways is ringing like a bell. And it's exquisite as you walk under it. It moves through you like a frequency treatment, and it's moving down through the whole body and through the chakras and all the subtle body. And then a color comes down in a mist, and you walk through it in and under the next dolphin heart archway. And here you can tell there's a difference in this chime sound, in this beautiful, clear bell. And you feel it again going through you. And a color mist comes down, and you step from under that dolphin arch through the mist and under the next dolphin crystal archway. Beautiful. You go step by step under each of these 7 crystal dolphin heart arches. They each vibrate through and around you, bringing you in attunement. I said this is a dolphin heart reattunement. And they're saying that it's not just what's being given to you. It's an investigation to see where you are. So it's like the first waves under one of these arches scanning you, and then the frequencies delivered. That's the perfect elixir for your health, wealth, happiness, and soul alignment. Keep moving forward to the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th dolphin heart archway. Each of them sends a frequency, a color, something. You may start to sense things because the rainbow dolphin, the big matriarchal dolphin that we went and stood in front of like a statue, she's now swimming all around us. She still looks like this white stone with stripes and all of her colors moving through. She's moving around. She's watching what's happening. You receive the scan and then the frequency blessing, and then you walk through that color mist into the next portal. As you reach the 7th and last crystal dolphin archway, you see that very tip of the heart on the top has some kind of diamond type. It's crystalline, it's reflecting, it's very bright, it's multifaceted, and it's below the point of the crystal dolphin's noses coming together. You see that these dolphins already have many colors, where the previous ones each had a color sound. These are the heart dolphin rainbow. And this rainbow arch is the full color spectrum. So they said that this gem is showing it like an eye and then a ring. They're saying this is something very, very special to you, to your life, and to the many lives where you worked with the sea or the waters, with the dolphins or other beings. You were a mermaid, or you spoke with them, you communicated with them. Then they said there's the times that you have, because you're here, when you were in a temple, and that temple, or many temples, many of you here have 7 lives, and those 7 temples that you worked in were in and for beauty, grace, wisdom, healing, expansion, understanding energies, playing with the colors and knowing the different natures of who you are. Those facets of you all hold a different wisdom, skill, and power. And like rainbow dolphins, we don't manifest fully in the 3D. We play in it, we move through it. You might see our shininess or our colors when the sun is bright and there's a reflection. We play a lot, but we also sit in peace. We absorb peace, and we exude peace. We bring harmony and peace to the waters of the world. And we're here to help you bring harmony and peace into your own heart and your own life and your own world. You've been missing. The peace isn't complete without all of the pieces. And the peace, P-E-A-C-E, is something you can absorb, you can emanate, and you can infect others with. The fear of infection is congestion. It's congesting. It's like swollen and congested, they're showing me. And it's difficult to be peace, to receive love, to remember your divine gifts when you're stressed, when you're running, when you're pushing yourself, when you're dissatisfied. Yes. And the peace that you hold gives you the clarity to receive. So when you ask to receive, and you keep asking to receive, and you feel like you're not given, or you're only given a little, then you aren't opening to receive. If all of the roads are going out with what you want, what you need, what you think, where is it going to come from? The vibration has to get through to you somehow. So these 7 crystal dolphin gates are aligned with, yes, your chakras, but not in the way you think, because we see energy fields and energy centers and energy vortexes. And so when we see you, we see movement, we see colors, we see connections, we see blocks, we see disconnections, and we see where the wiring isn't connected or can no longer handle who you're becoming. One of the big things now is that you're becoming someone and something that can handle higher frequency. And that higher frequency is where we play at an even more intense level. The amount of creation, the amount of movement, travel, they're showing me these things. These are beyond the comprehension of where you are now. So we have the opportunity to see you, to raise your frequency aligned with what will be the most gentle, but more really just cared for, the most cared for path. Because they say, if you'll accept us, we can play, we can create, we can watch, we can protect, we can share. We can do all of that while we're playing at the same time, because we can do two things at once. And one of the things that you can is begin to realize, if you allow these tuning centers, boom, 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 and then you enter this last one. It's where the soul and the full color spectrum, it's where the rainbow and the mystic side of you comes together with all the other parts of you. And the dolphins are carrying and allowing the frequencies around it, like drawing a picture. They're drawing the frequencies, they're setting them into the space. They can tell them from anywhere to turn on, to magnify. You can feel now all around this place, this space. They're doing that. And you are welcome now to enter into this final crystal dolphin archway. They're multicolored rainbow dolphins. They have that gem shining like crystal, reflecting all around you. And you feel lighter, feel more unburdened, a little more free. There's some flexibility and ease in your eyes, yes, in your throat, this is the neck here under the ears. They ask if you would like to be freed of disease. They said infections are a choice that comes from many places. Your ancestors, they made a choice for a particular kind of gene, a particular kind of tendency, but you don't have to have what anyone else had, because you're now entering the space of harmony. And the harmony means that you stop being the ancestors and you let go of being what anyone else wants or what you believe that is important for you. But this is coming from the place of the not heart. The place of the not heart is lonely. It's when you step outside of yourself and you have your heart here, but it's a shadow of your true heart. And you have yourself there, but it's just a shadow of the potential that you have. And as you do this, the more you are absent from being here, the less that you can receive, enjoy, and co-create with the frequencies that are coming now. It's time to come into the center of this, because we are moving and we're changing and we're building and we're doing it together. You don't have to do anything alone anymore. And we watch each other. You're watching me and I'm watching you, and it's a loving watching. It's a watching to celebrate, to encourage, to send adoration, or to feel incredibly happy or joyful. Now we ask you to please stay in this rainbow crystal heart archway and let the rainbow dolphins come and move, shift, relax, and just watch and receive. Now there is a beautiful silver dolphin, and you move over to her, and she asks you to hold her top fin, and you feel yourself holding her, but she doesn't feel like a dolphin in a body. She feels like this soft, velvety water that's fluid and keeps moving. And you feel effortlessly now you're moving forward. And she's taking you faster and faster, and you're full of joy. And now you get up on her back and you feel the joy, and you feel yourself coming up and riding the waves and feeling the wind. And you see the waters for as far as you can see. And you see now that there's a family of dolphins. And as you ride and wave and weave up and down and in and out, you see baby dolphins, pink dolphins, white, gray, black dolphins. You see these beautiful beings, and they're all keeping pace with you and your beautiful silver dolphin. She says her name is Arena. And she says that she has come by invitation today to this group and to you and to those of you who are here with a sincere heart and an open mind. Those of you who realize that love and joy are what will cure all ills and allow us. And she says that she has it looks to me like a satin ribbon, a silver or pewter, beautiful satin ribbon. It's flowing from her mouth and she's bringing it to you. As you receive it, look into her eyes. Now she's maintaining eye contact but changing her position. Just keep looking eye to eye with Arena. You can feel how as she moves her position, she's shifting the frequencies that she's scanning with parts of her brain that are sending and receiving signals. You relax deeper and open your heart with gratitude. This is a gift, and I receive it. I receive it with grace and graciousness and ease. I receive with joy. Now, your silver, beautiful dolphin, Arena, is putting her nostrum, her nose, her beak directly on your third eye. Whether you're looking at her or you're closing your eyes, you can feel it. You can feel her touching, and you can feel how that silver, pewter, flowing, satiny energy is coming, and it's moving around this center. He sends a signal, and it moves through your body, going to different places. Now he sends a shape. Shape is like a flower, it's like a rose. It's very unusual rose. And that frequency goes down, down, down into your sacral center. It sinks, feeding every part of you, and it clicks into place with your soul's blueprint in your 8 original cells. She said, now there is this silver, and we showed this to you. We showed this to you a week or so ago. We took you down and deep into your emotion, down deep into where you think you can't find anything. And we easily moved around with the energies at the bottom and showed you this shiny, shiny silver coin, this silver, shiny metal kind of object. And you took it. And we told you this is a part of your soul. This is a part of your soul, and it's a part of your power, and it's an important part of your plan and your purpose. So we want you to remember that and take it again with gratitude. Now all these dolphins are just seeing, dozens of them are jumping together, all facing one direction, jumping together, all looking down a line at you, jumping with joy, jumping, showing you freedom, freedom, freedom. Yes. So I have a message for Monica. Monica. Yes. Monica. If you hold this silver, this piece of your soul, if you would put it in your left palm, right in the very center, and close your hands around it. Allow your thumb to stick out between your pointer finger and your middle finger. And hold this tight together. Your intention to send into it, because it is a silver seed of your soul. And now it's your opportunity to send it what message you would like. And then you're co-creating, and watch what it turns into, what it says, and what it blooms. Monica, that was for everybody. Monica, as you do this and you hold this, there's a lapis lazuli, a blue stone, round, uneven, polished, appearing in that palm. They're showing a particular stripe, striations, I guess, across it. And then they're turning it and showing that it's still kind of organic shaped, but that it is shaped like a heart. And that your gift is the gift of heart communication. It's a gift that you know you have, that you've always loved, you've always revered. And there's been a lot of fear and distractions, they're saying, that keep you from fully accepting and using that. The crystal kingdom of lapis wants to give you the message that through that beautiful blue stone, the dolphins come. They swim in that stone. It's not dolphin stone, it's lapis lazuli, and yet they're not saying it's not because blue is the color of water. It's because blue is the color of communication, and its vibration is communication. And any kind of communication has to carry a message. And so you need to unpack the backed up messages in your heart, because they have within them so many jewels, so many precious things that may not be what you think you're looking for, but there's been communication in your heart, and a good amount of it you haven't accepted, you haven't received, you haven't been willing to acknowledge it and take it or embody it in a way that you have use of this. They're saying that I keep seeing the dolphin pop up out of the top of the stone, like as if it was water, and this head pop up, and the mouth open, happy, bright eyes, and just communicating with your heart gives you a, you really mean corridor, a corridor of light that is a path for a lot of communications you don't understand and you don't need to. So that dolphin is in that stone and showing that their intention for you is to raise the frequency of your communication abilities, to work together with lapis lazuli, to unlock within you many different points of articulation. And it's not just joints on the body, it's other points in your light body. They're showing that these points are where something connects to something else. And the more they're showing up, the more these are entering into a communicating stage that's beyond. It's not communication that you're familiar with, because it goes through the heart, because communication comes in and out of all different places in a different way. But this is a gift, and this is the gift that your soul wants you to begin to open. Of course, use it for yourself. And they're saying that there's a strong pull for you to use it for others, and you'll know the way to do that. First, play with it yourself. Beautiful. I loved the dolphin. It kept popping up. Who was that? That was Monica. Thank you. Carmen. Carmen with a K. Carmen, I believe, was the first name on the list, in case we have another Carmen here. And Carmen. So Carmen, the rainbow dolphins are very strong for well, it's almost like I'm seeing a guardian angel dolphin. because they're showing me, similar to these statues of these rainbow dolphins, like a series of them, like a scene, and coming up over, and one mostly blue one, big, huge one, just floating above you. Other ones are coming and going, but as you're moving through your timeline of your life, this big blue dolphin is just like floating there, like an angelic presence. Are there angel dolphins? There are angel dolphins. Okay. The Bluey, BLU, with 2 dots on it or something, and then E, but it's an I, E, Blue E, Blue E. So I think this is the dolphin's name, but it is the dolphin's communication code with you. Blue E, that you can think it, you can say it, but even thinking it will connect that frequency. Yes, I am like a guardian angel. Yes, I am here always. Sometimes I'm very present. When you turned 8, I faded back, and there were some other guides. Humpback whales were a very important guide for you. And I'm seeing some smaller otters or something, some smaller sea mammals. I think it's otters. I think the otters, because they have that incredible play energy, but it's a pure trust, divine feminine energy. And they're saying that is a very good energy for you to play with, to be in. The idea of just going somewhere and seeing what's opening for you, that Bluey will be there always and always is. And it feels like a solid, steady kind of being that's not jumping like a lot of dolphins are constantly in movement, but it's just there always. And casting a shadow that is a positive shadow, like a frequency shadow that you're happy to have some shade from. And this is also a very important use of your connection, is to sense and feel this and then just accept it as true and sit there and give yourself permission that, well, what if this was real? What if this was true and I was sitting in the middle of it? What would it look like? And you can start to look around, and you can start to move and feel yourself in a space where these dolphins are around you or are infusing something. And they ask you to go change. They said, go change. Change something. Change something. Like you would change your clothes. It doesn't have to be that big of a deal, but do something that creates change for you. There's stagnant energy, and that energy is ready for flow. And as these frequencies come, they're showing also that you have this, that this guardian dolphin is not able to give a lot of things to you that it could. So it's there, calm and protective. However, you also have a lot of other things that it can give you, teach you, show you. And it requires you to match your frequency to that very serene. Just imagine you're underwater and it's almost silent, and there's just this presence. And it has a slight frequency vibration, and you're just hovering. And you hold that intention that you would like to connect and clearly communicate with Bluey. And that serenity that this being holds will envelop you. They can move their sonar out and envelop you, envelop people, envelop a place. And this is what your Well, the best description I have is a facet, but it's like, it looks like a herringbone pattern that goes up step by step by step. Each one has a caduceus coming up, like a life force, kundalini, balance, masculine and feminine thing. Then it comes up, there's 2 lotuses, the Egyptian kind of blue lotus like this. And then there's something to do with awakening your pineal, your third eye. But again, this guardian angel isn't the one for that. It's just that if you begin to acknowledge this presence, to say, I know you're there, thank you, even when I can't feel you, or have that sense of gratitude with it, you'll be able to have more sense of protection, more sense of, it's not, and the protection is more like someone watching you that you love, that you want, like when you're a kid and someone comes to watch your ballet show or something that you're in, and you're so proud of what you've done, and you're so proud of how much you've worked. That's why this dolphin sees you, so proud of everything you're doing. And there's a small treat for you, but you have to look for it. And it's almost like they're playing a hide and seek game, and they're saying that you have to look for it. We're putting something, and it looks like underwater hide and seek. Thank you. Yes. They're saying that there's a lot more, yet it is time for you to just be with this idea, because they can start, well, they're saying like, start knowing that you're connected, raises the frequency, and everything starts to flow more. So their messages, your receptivity, and everything else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Carmen. Oh, beautiful. So if you get a reading and a message, if you could let me know what you felt, or what you thought. Marin, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Marin or Marin, Marenen. Marin is on a journey. The journey is going backwards, or shifting, going along on a journey and then turning around, and almost like a second you turning around, and now you have energies looking and going one way and looking and going in the other way. And the journey needs to start within. So don't look outside, don't look forward or back, trying to be detached from what it is that you see, like right now in your reality, that you don't like, because you need to become more fluid and let that energy slide out of you, through you, away from you, so that these truths can come forward. And you're a heart sensitive. As a heart sensitive, you can be extremely sensitive to other people's heart centers, and most people carry a lot of fear, a lot of pain, a lot of war, a lot of barricades, a lot of trauma. And whether you see it or not physically, or they speak it or not, these people have so many people have walls in their heart. They have parts of their heart that have been so hurt, they've shut down. They have other lives that have so much heartbreak that they're afraid to love again, or they're afraid to be whole, or they're afraid to be a healer, or to be strong, or to be rich, or to be seen. And as a heart sensitive, you are right now often handicapped by that ability, and often empowered by that ability. So the part of you that can use that heart sensitivity to expand hearts, to free hearts, to bring a more heart-centered perspective and attitude. Yet then there's that heart sensitivity that picks up and tunes into all of the pain, and you can get stuck in that. So like I would say, getting out of being stuck in the story that this person had this terrible thing happen to them, and isn't it terrible? That's the story. It just is what happened. It doesn't mean anything until you give it a meaning. There's a opportunity for a very pure part of your heart. It's coming to fruition. It's connected to a lot of what's happening right now on the planet to break free from old ways, old beliefs, they're saying just old stuff. You don't need it anymore. The old stuff that you need, you will have. Your Earth Star will curate, will keep. There is a message too. Interestingly, they want to send you a message, Marin, through the fairies. Fairies. Okay. So the baby dolphin is going to pick your card. Okay, here's the little baby pink dolphin. And she picked this positive expectations. So the message is for you to have those positive expectations, because look, this beautiful fairy's in the dark, but the light is dawning and it's beginning to shine on her, beautiful wings and spots. And like receiving that light is going to give you the openings, the doorways. They want to open doorways for you. Thank you. Okay. Symphony. This message is for symphony. And symphony, very nice, because as I'm coming into the frequency of your name, things are starting to go from a lot of static energy around the heart into some smooth, and we're weaving. We're doing some infinity heart weaving. We're doing some weaving to bring down some peace into this place. Okay. Symphony. So this is more from, well, this is a collective message for you because of whether your name is intentional or not. I think it must be. Being a symphony is saying that you work in a pod, that you work in a group, and that you in and of yourself are embodying that, and that you have a knowing of all these aspects of you. And so you're designed with an ability to, the way a symphony, once it's practiced and it performs, it's perfect. It's harmonized. Everything flows together. It's perfect pitch and all of that. And that's what happens within you. When you own these abilities, you're like a frequency tree. It's showing like sap or something moving through and vibrating, bringing, I would say, releasing from the cells. Yes, that's what we're seeing. this vibration. And you have so it's like a new language. It makes me think of like when you see musical notes, like the little symbols showing musical notes in an animation floating up. And you know it means, oh, music is coming out of there. But it's sort of like that, but it's not symbols I've ever seen. So you have that ability innately. And your gift is more like a silver. Well, it's long and it's very fluid, and it's like it's like a symphony director's wand, baton. Is that what it's called? And it's like looking at it underwater, where you see this light going like this. And it's wiggling and moving, and you can't quite make out what the shape of it is, but it is that silver energy, like shimmering, reflecting, moving, vibrating back and forth, and it holds this wand. And they're saying for you to just go into that. The whole message being, if you go into the frequency of your name, you will know that you're the place where harmonizing happens. You hold that energy. You bring that energy. You radiate that energy. You want to say encompass. You send that out and encompass others and places. And now they're saying that all dolphins can expand their aura, can expand, send light or energies from their heart center or different things, and that they can engulf people, they can engulf other dolphins, they can, like bringing you into this beautiful center, being a part of it, where it's almost like the sphere of light has no door, and it only opens when you open, and a moment happens when that energy reaches out and engulfs you and brings you in. So your baton, your frequency balancing will create a symphony, and that symphony is a communication from you. You may see the symbols, you may feel the vibrations, you may feel music in your cells, but you are like an instrument, and it's not for one thing. It's not like I play flute. It is this symphony because it is all these different ways and powers and visionary things, and you've got some gold tail here. I think you have some, they're saying like a magical type of aspect. It reminds me of a magical fish or something. And then these energies come together within you. So don't be too stiff and too defined. Take back your power by picking up this wand or this baton. And right now it's like we're seeing it through the waters, and they're moving, and there's no clear definition. But when you receive this, you will know. And you're going to feel like you're reaching deep, deep into pain or past or emotions or unknown. It's just keep going, keep the hand open. It's going to be your time to pick up your own baton, your own wand, your own power, become your own director, and understand the, I want to say the power you have, and it is, but it's not the right word, and the presence that you have when you come into harmony, the way that a symphony plays everything just perfectly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Namaste. Lisa. Okay. Totally resonate with that. I love lapis lazuli. Good, Monica. My heart really needed that today. Good. Marina, what a great name for this, hey? Okay, Lisa. Yes, okay. So they've asked for me to take a drink. You might want to too, so I can replenish my pathways here. Okay. So Lisa and Enza and somebody else. Let me see what's on the list. Enza and Lisa and Olga. Enza and Lisa and Olga. All right, so these are, they're saying these are twofold messages for you. And the first one is from the silver dolphin. And the silver ribbon, the silver energy that you were given has a message, kind of like when you open a Chinese cookie, a fortune cookie. And so she wants you to know that she just kind of waves, moves like this, very soothe, and it will appear. All right, so take a moment to feel as if you've been given a fortune cookie, but something could be out of something else. And you're receiving this message, or opening this message. Now you can sense and feel it in your hand. And the silver dolphin is sort of a stream or a shadow of silver that goes over. And you begin to see something appearing on that silver ribbon. Olga, I'm seeing, it looks like ancient Greece. It looks like some letters, but that design, kind of angular design that goes around the edges of a lot of things. And then it looks like the back of the design is tiny pieces of turquoise that have been embedded all around. And I don't see the whole message. I just see that winding angular pattern. And then it's like it's silver embedded, and then around it embedded are tiny turquoise little stones to give it texture. It really looks like water. And now there's dolphins jumping out of this. And they're jumping, and I keep seeing the word Aegean, the Aegean Sea, Greek, Greece, and all that. And there's dolphins jumping. I'm seeing in the ocean near Greece, Crete. I'm sorry, they're saying Crete. They're jumping. I can just sort of see the island to the side back on the right. And they're just three or so, and they're jumping up, and the water is just crystal clear, and down. And then they're looking at you from when they're under, and they're jumping up. And they're not jumping at the same time. It's almost like they have a rhythm that's coming through that. And they're saying that they're riding these energies of the symbols that are written here. And as they do, as they come down and then up and around and down and up and around, it's it's like something moving through a drain. So there's something very cleansing for you in the Aegean seas, in the ancient Greek ways, in seeing these symbols, in seeing these things like mosaics. There's a lot of mosaic qualities to it. And you had a strong dolphin. You had a dolphin attraction, that you had a life in Greece. The one I'm seeing is in ancient times. You're a young boy. You have a white robe with that same pattern around the edge in gold, and it's kind of like a gold sash, but it's more like a rope or something around the waist. It only comes to about the knees or above the knees, and you're out on a rock jetty that goes out and jets out pretty far into the ocean. And you go out there and you stand there and the dolphins come to you. And you don't go in the water, you stand there and there's like it's not singing, it sounds like a whistle or some kind of a frequency, and then it goes out and they come to you and they come around you. And again, I don't see you actually playing an instrument, but it reminds me, or it has the feeling of playing something, and they come and then they sing too. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of them. So they want you to come back to this place. They want you to, if you can go there, great in physicality, but go there tonight before your dreams and go into that and ask to be guided out onto that jetty. And it's like big rocks, big dark rocks that have piled up to stick out. And you walk out on the rocks and you're jetting way out, and it's just all you can see is blue sky and blue Aegean Sea. And then these 4 dolphins, 2 on the left, 2 on the right in front of you. And you're creating music together. You're somehow frequency-wise, you're singing, you're talking, you're creating. And this is a pod that you had in this life that really wants you to remember it, because they gave you, as that boy, a lot of information. There was a lot of keys, a lot of frequencies that he took on. And they're showing that it's like a harp in the heart center of that life. Beautiful, thank you. Enza, there's a your message for me is looking more like a painting. It's coming, unfolding like watercolor. And I see a turtle. I keep seeing a turtle and a turtle's eye and a turtle's shell. But actually I'm seeing the left eye of the turtle as it's going. And it's painted in a way that you see the waters behind it. It's on some light brown earth right next to the water. And there's a wall and a path, same out of this. Everything looks like this earth color down, and it just goes and goes. And it seems to be like a long stretch of this water, this coastline. And it's slightly rocky. It's not like a beach, so you can easily get in. But then the rocks come up, and then it's this brown dirt, and then there's a brown wall. And you've come way down out of town to reach the end of the wall, because you have a special understanding that fear of others, protecting your stuff, attacking others, this whole idea of war and putting up walls and worrying about other people attacking you, taking your things, this was the norm. And you would leave, you would just walk. You're a young woman, and then you turn into a little older woman. But it's like you did this in your life. You left the town, you walked way up the coastline until the fear wall is what they're saying, stopped. So you could actually see the waters and you could get in the waters. And there was this turtle that would come for you, and it would you would sit together and look at you. And then as it would sink into the water out of sight, it would send a message that was like showing you that I can go anywhere. I don't have to stay in a home. I have my home on me. My body is my home. I carry my sacred geometry on my back, and I know when it's time for me to go, to move. I listen to the earth. I feel the vibrations and the temperatures of the water, and I know how to speak to the rocks. I can see and sense from not these physical eyes at all. And I was always showing you how to see past the wall, past the block, past whatever was in the way. And then you can take your freedom with you anywhere. There's also something the turtle wants you to, showing a baby turtle. The baby turtle. Baby turtle from you to you. It's like you're the baby turtle, and the water is absolutely clear, and it's like a baby turtle, you know, swimming but not being too effective at it, but circles going out around the baby turtle like we saw in the dolphin pictures, just circles and rings coming out, saying even when you feel like you're alone, you're young, you don't know what you're doing, you're practicing with your skills, you're remembering them, you are sending signals out, just like this little turtle is sending it in the waters. I will know. You also have a bird. I think it's a hawk, and it's like representing that other kingdom of animals that you have an affinity for because they're free, they fly over the walls, they're never trapped. So these are guides that are here to remind you that you have this connection, this support, and this wisdom of how to be free, and whatever walls those are, mind, emotions, perceived money walls, or anything else, these are the guides for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Lisa, there's the dog. I can see kind of why you guys all have a Greek, Aegean kind of dolphin messages. These are all look like they're there somewhere in that area, that particular kind of dolphin in that ancient Greece. You all have an affinity for that. That's interesting. Well, this is also Crete in particular, and the Crete that of myth, the Crete of the Minotaur of Midas, the King Midas, who wanted gold more than people, right? Until he desired so much to manifest the power to turn everything into gold that he got the Midas touch. And then he realized that that wasn't what he wanted, because he couldn't touch his loved ones without basically killing them, turning them to gold. And they're saying that there's that message of wanting something, so revering something so much that you forget that the real value is in the connection, the moment, the experience. That the gold you sit on, they say the gold you sit on, but what you touch, what you love, what you kiss, what you eat is living. and gold frequency is living, and things of wealth and earthly comforts are more than easily developed. I would say created, but they said developed. And yet, first remove your attachment to anything that is form. Anything you feel you need in form, a house, a car, this or that, whatever. Of course you need food, but that's living. They're saying everything is living really, but they're saying that living life force is what they want you to focus on, because that's the richness that comes in, and the richness that comes in through relationships, or watching the sunset, or talking to a dolphin, or feeling the essence of the water, opening the truth that every being holds. Then that piece of the puzzle that you are, like mentioned earlier, that piece comes into focus and has the richness of life, the satisfaction of life, as well as the ability to manifest into form what you want. But to remember that similar to that, you hold the magic of that land. It has a very specific magic. And there's a dolphin that's painted on the queen's bedroom wall that is this kind of dolphin. Those, they're shorter, kind of have a bigger head up here, wider body than what we normally see. And this is a connection to that, the magic of that land, the message of value, and the, well, to me, it feels like freedom, and it could be interpreted as the royalty, right? Being the queen, then owning your power, stepping back into your own crown, and creating your own world, your own reality. So those energies are all there for you. And it's the mix-up between fearing success, money, and greed, and valuing it above other things. And those are things that these dolphins are able to unweave for you. Unweave. They're going back and forth like this. So all of these dolphins now come together on this beautiful, exquisite, I'm seeing Greece, and I'm sort of seeing an island with those just white buildings, and the blue awnings, and the sea, just this incredible depth of mystery, magic, and the dolphins are jumping and they're moving around, and we can see them all the way down. But then they come up and they're like three little statues, the three of you like this, like you're a frame for that window onto that particular energy. Thank you. I love it. I want one. I want one. I want a dolphin from Greece. Oh, okay. So, yeah, I think there's a few more here. And hi, Ocean Goddess. Been seeing Olga's been seeing a silver dolphin in your meditations. Really? Wow. This message is talking to my heart as I asked before the session to have a message about a past life connected to dolphins and healing, and a healing gift. Deeply grateful. How fantastic is that? Fantastic. I'm seeing and feeling a lot of very new messages and frequencies and ways of things coming through. Oh, it's difficult to have my eyes open, to be honest. And then normal. And what's coming through with this is how the retreats are going to be such a different kind of experience than we've had before, not just receiving frequencies from dolphins or joy or bliss, but we're doing this communicating and opening intuitive pathways and raising frequency, but with the waters and with the crystals, with the ancients and with the wisdoms and with the symbols, and how they hold these frequencies. The silver dolphin I've never seen before. Okay. Yes. So we do have a few more if you're able to hang out. Yes. So Cindy, the shells are calling for you. No, I have more shells. Oh, here you are. This particular shell I found recently. We had some big winds, and we get access to some of these exquisite, beautiful. This is from right out here in front of me. Now, where we have the retreat, they don't have a lot of shells, but I gather them all year. So one of the gifts you get, one of many gifts, I got some gifts for you if you're coming to my retreats, will be some of these exquisite shells that I have here at my house, and we'll bring to you over there. Cindy. There's another one here. All right, so this one. All right, these are the shells that are speaking to you. And this dolphin here. I don't know what this stone is. It's some kind of onyx. It's a brown stone. Kind of matches these guys back here. But this is, your message is coming through this, Cindy. And they're asking me to show you, because when you look at the stone, like where those marks are, how the color changes around the heart center and up onto the crown. Even the mouth is a different color. There's a little bit of that on the tail too. Very interesting. Well, this pose, this position is important for you. There's several of you that this dolphin is wanting to talk to. All right, so this is not a dolphin that's just going along. It's not a dolphin that's standing up. It's not a dolphin that's jumping. It's a dolphin that's like lifting the tail. So the dolphin has it's a quality of sand. I'm going to say earth, but it's not dirt. It's more like sand. It's a bit this color here. And it's like the sand is melting and falling off. It's like sands of time, watching through time, things, the shape of things fading, saying that through the ages, there's a place that has held such deep intention that its strength stayed even when the dolphins weren't there anymore. It's sand now, but it once was water. And those sands were part of the ocean, and the dolphins that lived in it, and the shells that lived in it, and all of the frequencies. And The sands have, okay. It's like a cymatic. Wow. So all this sand I'm seeing. And then they showed me that there was water once, and there were dolphins and shells and life. And then it went back to being sand. So we would call it a dune or a desert or lifeless. And then the whole thing is shaking. And cymatics is frequency and vibration that moves through water or moves through sand. And so it's like the entire bottom of this ocean is vibrating, and all of the sand is now shifting and changing into a shape, into a sacred geometrical shape. And it's appearing, and it's a shape, it's a symbol, like seeing a mandala or seeing a flower of life or something. I don't see what it is. It's still, but if you see videos like this, they take sand and put it on a speaker or a drum, and then the frequency that's coming through it, the sound, the vibration, the chant, the music, the sand changes to form that sacred pattern. So take a moment to receive that, because this is a way of communicating I've never seen before. But they're saying that you will see your frequency, you'll feel it, and whatever way you can receive seeing the symbol. You may not see it or know what it is. You may feel it or sense it. It may open up to you more. I'm just going to take a moment of silence while the frequency comes up and shows you a message. Now there's now that's sort of fading, sort of releasing and allowing you to move forward. I only got a glimpse of the symbol that appeared, but it was very much like there was a circle around the top. I'll show you what I saw. And then I saw the part of a pyramid. So I could only just see the top here, this top corner like that. And I could see this was not a line, the circle. And then I saw this top of the pyramid shape with these as if they were sort of bricks, but I only saw that part of the shape. And they really want you to know, because frequency messages like this are frequency messages. So we like symbols because we can see them with our eyes, but they're just a 2D representation of a vibration. And a vibration is a thought, and it's information, and it's codes, and it's creative, and so on. Now, there's two more people. Who else is here? Somebody, Polly, is there? Yeah, there's a Polly. I don't know. I think there might be a Polly. Hi, thank you, Olga. She said, Symphony. Fantastic. I think there's a Polly here. There's a Polly somewhere, so I'm getting a message for Polly. Same thing, Polly. I want you to come into the presence of these shells, into this former sea that looks like dunes, it looks like sand. And this little dolphin is representing the dolphin frequencies that are coming here or that lived here. And now I want you to open your heart and I want you to simply be. You can ask a question, but it's better if you just allow your heart. And now your heart is going to release a sound or a song, and it's going to go underneath this sea bottom, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to shake and vibrate this ancient seabed until the messages, the symbols that are optimal for you, that came to you from this place, will appear as some kind of a symbol or shape. They're asking you to really go deeper than what you think you're seeing. First, what appeared to me were lines, and then they said, well, what if they were stairs? And they started to become 3D. And the minute that they filled in like a 3D, suddenly they became like a file stacking things. And it just keeps changing, like what you perceive, what you think you're perceiving, it's going to shapeshift, and then it's going to shapeshift, and then it's going to shapeshift. So stay with that and receive it in. It's a columnar. I guess that means back or column, some kind of column frequency connection. And it's very organized. It's like taking a lot of random energies and bringing it into an organized, state, layer by layer, one after the other, coming out of what's perceived chaos or uncertainty, will take shape. These stairs or these lines, and these are going to be continuously working on the spine to create some structure and some strength. Yes, and so it is. That was very beautiful. Some of these are a little abstract, so if you're not familiar with frequency energy or symbolism, I'm doing my best to translate what they're showing me in a way that's authentic to what they want you to feel. But come back. Yes, I think so. I need just a moment to have a sip. Come back if you receive a reading and write it down, re-listen to it. There may be other messages or other things you start to see after first receiving that first message. You know how sometimes you hear something but you don't really pay attention, and then you hear it again and you think, what is that? I don't know. And then you listen. I think there's something to listen for. It's a little bit like that. Thank you, Polly. That was beautiful. So now I feel called to a few more. Destine and I'm going to start with Destine. And they're just asking me to take a moment to take a sip and to let them recalibrate me. There's a lot of energy that's been coming through, especially these cymatic messages. I've never seen that come through like this. So those are high frequency, deep sacred messages that have a lot of strength. The symbol holds a lot of power. So, okay, give me 1 second here. And you can all tune in. Every message is available for everyone, right? And in some form or another. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, I just need one more minute to clear my throat. When I channel and do this work, often the energy really moves through here and it gets a little harder. And oh my God, that's it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to show this to you while I give myself a minute to drink a little more. So these are the Beyond Lemuria cards by Izzy Ivy. And this came through yesterday when I did my money intuition class. We got this one for the class. There's a lot of reasons why, I won't go into it. And this one came as well. And I knew that it was relevant, but I wasn't certain what for. So I simply put it right here. And I just looked at it. And for starters, it's Soul Star Chakra. This is your higher self. And it says merging with the divine. And there's a lot of flow, right? And when you look at it, you'll see it's like the dolphin archways that came up over us and came down. And there's that kind of a crystal. This looks like a dolphin going straight up to me, 2 levels of it. But this crystal being right there, like we saw, there's a lot more there, but it was just, whew. Okay. So don't worry, I'm still here. I'll be back in a sec. Okay. I had to drink and cough and do a few things there. Oh my gosh. They're telling me this is an example of when you can see sense energy of what happens through you with a dolphin. Or with different energies when you go to vortexes, when you interact and reweave or awaken codes or parts of you by going into nature or doing activations or meditations or sacred work in different places, working long distance or in person with beings like the dolphins or angels. So there's layers and layers and layers of energy. And we tend to be very blocked. So this flow is very, 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 very nice. Okay, let's do Destine. The silver dolphin is back. And she's very large now. She's talking about the moon. So we have the full moon with us today. We have the full moon coming to its peak in 2 days, I guess. And we're going to be doing our final Dolphin Guides and Healing event on the full moon peak, a celebration, a gorgeous healing with the dolphins, going to this gold pyramid that they have taken to us to at least once before on this series. So the silver dolphin, she's very liquid. When she's in water, it looks like is the water, but you can see her definition. And she's showing us her belly. It's like we're soaring over the water, Destine, and we're looking down, and she's swimming under the surface with her belly up. So you're face to face, like belly to belly or heart to heart. You're in the air soaring over the water, and she's under the surface soaring through the water. And she's like, as you see her, her definition ripples, because of the water, but also because she's this silver ray. And the silver goddess ray is the divine sacred feminine ray, which is complete within herself and also the strongest embodiment of the sacred feminine and moon medicine. And the sacred medicine of the moon, the sacred medicine of the mother, but really even more the grandmother, and even more than that, the wise, loving mother nature, even this wider, vaster essence. And that moon medicine is a way of walking in the world while knowing that your reflection is walking in another world, but in the same space. And that I'm getting glimpses of you as a gorgeous native woman, beautiful skin, and you have very colorful clothes, long, beautiful hair. You have a leather, purse or something strapped. I think babies have been carried in there next to your heart, and you carry a lot of different things there. Right now, she's showing that she's carrying shells that have like the abalone, the different colors, the green, blue, yellow, pink colors that kind of move like water in there. And they're big, they're enormous. And she's saying these are, I want to say magic. She's saying, no, they reflect the truth. They reflect the true value that's inside. And when you turn the shell over, the outside isn't glamorous, it's not beautiful, it's not smooth, and it's rough, and it doesn't look like a treasure. And then she says, so when you turn it over and you see the inside layer, the other side, it's two sides of the coin. It's hot and cold, 0 and 100, knowing you just change the dial, you change the frequency, and you go from lack to abundance. And that there's always this reflection. And that if you're looking at the ugly, if you're feeling stuck to that, you just move. You come with us. And we move. We let go of that hard edge. We don't get caught in form. We don't get stuck in a building. We flow through the water, heart up. But the heart up under the water is no different than the heart down flying above the water. You're two sides of the same thing. You reflect each other. And now everything turns upside down. And now the dolphin in the water on the top, and they're still soaring along, heart to heart, eye to eye. And you're now sort of laying on your back, flying along, looking up through the waters. There is no up. There is no down. You are part of a cycle. The cycle moves through all of it, the up and the down, the in and the out, the water and the air, the inner and the outer. Come back into the sacred. Be aware that heart to heart with me, you will have these powers moving through the way I do, of shifting my form the way I do, of remembering the truth you have in your very own genes, in this very own body. You hold ancient truths, indigenous wisdom. You hold the voice. And that is in the lining of your very being. And the lining of your being is your aura. And your aura is that multicolored, glowing area where we play all around you now. Now they're showing me that it's not just you and this dolphin and you're soaring along, whether you're up and they're down or the other one, but now they're around you. And in your aura is like an egg-shaped, glowing pastel layers. And these silver dolphins are swimming around and around and around and around. Little tiny ones. The flow is going, the crown chakra is opening. Everyone is invited now to be a part of this. All around you, your aura is pulsing, it's awakening. These sherbet colors may be intense, may be very pale, but they vibrate, they expand, they radiate. There's a sound to them. Vroom, vroom. There's a sense of that magnetic energy. The dolphins are swimming around. Which way are they swimming? Are they swimming around you to the left, clockwise, or to the right? Are they going up and around? And then are they turning back at your crown and going down? Take a moment to see and acknowledge, accept, and receive this exquisite egg of light that we have been honored, that we have been the center of this egg, and they have built this around us while we have been here together. This is profound because they've built this egg, and this frequency has now become our aura. And within it, we have all of these healings and all of these powers and all of these memories, because for some reason, all of us here are a karmic pod. They're saying there's a heart pod. And that's those of you that send such a strong signal from your heart that wherever you live and whoever you're with is grounded, not flighty, not up, but grounded into their heart. And you we honor, and we move up and down each side, moving from the crown to the feet and feeling the portals between those two. To you who hold the stars, you see and sense the stars around your head, the constellations dancing within you, your aura connected. You know that the stars are seeds within your own very light body, which means your own cells, which means your own DNA, which means your own brain, which means your own mind. And your mind is the creator, and we are creating with you. Are you that star being? Is there creativity dancing through your crown? Is there magical realms coming in and out? Are you in other worlds? Do you know that your wisdom is like connecting the dots of those stars that live in your crown and your soul star? Up here, above and around your layers, all the way and into the heart, like an upside down heart, the point coming from above, and the lobes of the heart around the breasts, and the point coming right up to the base of the throat. Feel and receive this. Are you a blessed, secret shadow walker? Are you in and out of worlds? Are you seen and unseen? Do you move like the jaguar? Do you know how to shift and bend radar so that nothing sees you unless you want to be seen? Do you know, as a mystic, it's your time to awaken? For you, the stars are moving, but they're pouring down through you, aren't they? And they're coming out the heart. But by the time they come out the hands, they're dolphins, they're rainbows, they're hearts, they're spirals. You are a fountain. And we bring our tiniest silver dolphins, barely a speck, like glitter, to your eyes, down in a spiral, turning through all of your central channel and down and out the root and through the foot chakra. And then we explode out of the Earth Star. And for all of you now, receive the dolphins. Watch them. How are they moving? In and through you, out and up through you, out and down, in both directions, all around you in one way, all around you in the other way, going both ways, dancing and spiraling, moving in circles. There's an infinite number of ways that your silver dolphins can communicate to you as they awaken, cleanse, clear, vibrate, accelerate, and amplify your aura as the newest healing tool that you never knew you had. Now, you look like a rainbow popsicle, big, thick one on a stick. The colors look delicious and juicy. There's a freshness, a joyfulness, a playfulness, that feeling of summer and freedom. There's no rules, there's no school. I can go barefoot. I can play till after dark. It's got that feeling of radiating freedom and peace signs and this explosion of the heart center with love. Now, come in to your heart. There is a temple here. The dolphins have begun to build this temple in your heart because it's been overgrown, like something forgotten in the jungle, because it's been buried in the sands of time, like pyramids and temples and ancient places. Because this temple in your heart was something that you knew as you designed your life, that you and your soul knew it was time to uncover your truth, the schools and mysteries that you know, the powers of energy manifesting color and light, the attunement to frequencies, visions, clairs, senses, symbols, light languages, auras. You have been invited by the rainbow dolphins and the silver goddess dolphin to enter and remember your personal soul's mystery school. So you remember who, how, and why you designed this beautiful being that you are, that you begin to match these colors in your aura, not pollute them, care for them, see them, enjoy them, taste them. But remember, we can't always be maintaining this frequency for you. That's why you're here, because you're ready. You're ready to master the frequency of the rainbow, of the waters, the crystals, and the dolphins, the wisdom, the sacred knowledge that's been passed down through time but put to sleep. You're here to be an awakener, and you awaken these libraries of light and love and healing that are the key to this planet becoming one. Not one the same, one the rainbow tribe, one everyone unique and beautiful, revered, respected, and loved, empowered, uplifted, everyone coming in focused on their soul purpose and their joy. Never lack, always flow. Thank you for coming home. Thank you for visiting this sacred part of you. You are called to remember your truth, your sacred secrets. And we ask you to come back on the full moon. We will again meet with you. You have these days now to experience this aura. We will be feeding it. We will be clearing it. We will be continuously raising the frequency so that you open a new part of your intuitive self. The silver dolphins bringing flow, whatever direction, through your aura and your central channel. We will be bringing the colors and the rainbow in whatever way is optimal for you, so that you can bring replenishment and become your own unique colors. You're going to replenish and renew, and in the full moon, you will understand the next step. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing with us. Thank you for remembering us. Together, we're here on a mission. We are not alone, and you are not alone. Now, they're showing me holding hands, like if you held your own hand in front of you, palm to palm, with your arms out, but their hand and their flippers are actually hands, the bone structure to yours. But it doesn't just stay a dolphin, it's changing. the different things hand in hand and heart to heart. We allow the power of our auras that have been programmed throughout time to hold these energies that allow us now to reconnect. There is no disaster happening right now. You're waking up. You're aware. You're moving through and out of paradigms and mindsets so quickly that there is nothing to fear. Just watch and be aware. Release with gratitude and keep rising up. Keep owning those colors. Keep seeing us here. Acknowledge each morning for the next 2 days the silver dolphins moving through your aura. See if there's any other messages, feelings, sensations that you're having in the moment. They're asking you to focus on your physical body now. Notice, where do you feel movement, vibrating, tingling, glowing? Now they're asking you whether you consciously saw or felt or know you're not meant to worry about it, that you just accept with gratitude everything that has been given today and receive it, knowing it is 1,000% the absolute optimal for my highest good and my soul, for my path, my powers, for this completion of this karmic path. I ask to enter the full moon with the dolphins and move from the illusion of heaviness into freedom, perspective, inner presence. And I see and sense myself in this glowing colors, accepting and allowing them to come into the moment, to glow all around me. I begin to feel like I'm emanating into the chair, into the floor, into the computer, into the phone. There's a dolphin in your third eye coming out the way you see snakes come out, but it's coming out this way, like diving up and out from your brow chakra. Take a look. What does she, he, or it look like? Feel like? Come down into the body. Notice where you're tense. Give permission to your new frequencies, intuitive pathways, your new messages, healing, knowledge, and wisdom that you've received, the new reality that you embody. We give thanks to the turtles, to the dolphins, to the silver goddess Ray, and this ability to receive these beautiful messages through all of these brave and beautiful people who are here to receive the messages from the Aegean Sea, the ancient Greeks, the wisdom of the land, the seas, dolphins, the nature spirits, the crystal kingdoms in the waters, from Atlantis through all time and space, to all of the dolphin spirit guides, the golden dolphins of Atlantis, to the dolphin guardian angels. Thank you, Bluey, for showing us all, even if you aren't our dolphin guardian angel, what is possible, what is happening, what is here. So much support, so much love already here, already here. We are so ready and willing and so grateful and so receptive to receiving all of this opening, that we may walk forth from our hearts knowing we are connected, And now they ask you to remember the 7 crystal heart-shaped archways that were 2 dolphins meeting nose to nose, third eye to third eye at the top, and coming out like an arch. The waters that flowed down, the enormous rainbow dolphin, divine mother, goddess at the end. And when you walked through them, as they scanned you and then gave you a beautiful frequency treatment, recalibration, and a color bath. If you do this daily, you will find an acceleration of your ability to reconnect to these wisdoms of who you are, to find your teachers, your tribe, and your path, to raise your frequency, to have an impact on this profound moment in time from the truth within your heart. Your uniqueness is your power. Who you've been, what you've experienced, what you look like, what you like is all part of your power. Please accept it. Now remember, you just walk through 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7. You arrive. This has been a chakra treatment from the root to the crown, the rainbow dolphins, and that diamond hanging above. You step in, and here you go to sleep. When you come back into your body, you enter through this portal, and you come back through 6, the third eye, the throat, 5. You feel the frequencies adjusting you, the heart, 4. You feel that frequency, 3, the solar plexus, realigning you now, bringing back the wisdom from your meditation or your healing or your experience or your day or your dreams. And then 2 into the sacral. The vibration realigns. You sense your 8 original cells now have a new piece of the puzzle. And down into the root. And you are home. Relax. Receive. Namaste. We give great thanks for this gathering, this healing, and these messages, this truth that comes through, and the blessing of realizing who we are, how supported we are, how loved we are. We thank you for being a part of this pod and all of those pods and tribes through time. We now receive, respect, and release any blocks to remembering we are part of a divine, sacred shape of beauty, light, and wisdom. Thank you for reconnecting us, attuning our hearts, and giving us this exquisite healing to use again and again. I receive, I accept. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I receive, I accept. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I receive, see, I accept and see. I perceive and touch and allow this to come into form now, 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 now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As aligned to my highest good and what is optimal in this moment, I receive graciously. And so it is. I'm extremely overwhelmed with the amount of love and profoundness of what just came through. There was a lot of messages for me around my mystery school. So Akasha's Infinite Self Mystery School is taking my teachings and continuously lining them with the evolving energies so that they bring to you the most optimal way to awaken and apply it and see it and live it in your life. So there's very fast change happening now, and the average people are focused on the fear, the pain, the loss, the disaster, and so that's what they see more and more of. For me and my pod and my tribe and you, we're here because we want to see past that illusion. We want to know. We want to play and reconnect with the infinite layers of magic that are out there, because magic is reality. And this static, mundane life is not reality. It is our agreed upon perception of it. So over the years, I've been teaching and sharing and doing meditations and creating schools, Light Body School, and teaching Infinity Light Weaving. And there's so much content that I decided I realized that I needed to bring it down into bite-sized pieces. So we created more things in the shop that you can do on your own. And created a series of awakening courses, Pineal Awakening for the Inner Third Eye, and clearing and cleansing the physicality, as well as the chakra and the glands, so that the abilities that are coming online now are able to be received. You can become that clear channel. Soul Star Awakening, all these ways of connecting to your higher self, communicating with your higher self, traveling into your higher self's realm. Releasing ourselves from those patterns of fear and stuck and not enoughness and every other version of that. Okay? And we keep doing that, and then we came to Intuition Awakening. So for the last year and a half, Intuition Awakening Summer Camp has led to, by request, Intuition Accelerator, which is pure practice sessions together with me. So I'm creating the space, and we're channeling something intuitive new, some kind of awakening, some kind of healing. And then you get to practice, you get feedback, it's what everybody wants and needs, not more teaching at you. And so anyone in any Intuition Awakening class can join the accelerator. It's starting in April for 3 months. We meet twice a month. And if you haven't done an Intuition Awakening class, then we're going to be able to direct you to get the Intuition Awakening, start working with it. We've had certification students go through, and they had to get Intuition Awakening as well, but they knew they were called to become a certified Akashic Light reader. So they did them both, and they took the parts that came to them at their pace. So your intuition is what's going to tell you what's best for you. But I want to tell you that for me, and everything that I've done and how I see it now has been constantly raising the frequency and connecting to those higher level beings that you want to hang out with. All right. You know that when you're around negative people, people in fear, people who are critical, people who are violent, people who are bullies, people who are controlling, that it's traumatizing to you. It triggers things. It makes you not feel expansive and creative and happy and loved and safe. And the world is done with that. We're moving out of that paradigm where you have to feel not safe, because it's time for you to unplug from the good opinion of others. Thank you, Wayne. And bring ourselves back into the central channel, awaken and activate our light body. Take as much time in the day as least that you do to shower and brush your teeth and get dressed, to activate, cleanse, clear, and realign your light body, to listen to your guides. To get these profound messages means that you have to constantly be in a space of releasing what is no longer serving you from mind, spirit, emotions, chakras, cells, bones, memories. Okay, there's so many places these things are embedded, and we're rising very quickly. So as you support your evolution by constantly doing that, it becomes a habit, and it becomes a supportive habit. And then you have magic into your life, like fairies and elves. And we had a graduation kind of initiation in the money intuition class yesterday, and they got to go through a process where at the end they met a new energy that was going to be their guide, so to speak, in realms of wealth, worthiness, and value of self, and money and opportunities, all the things that go with that. And the joy that was coming out, the magic of the way that these beings were showing up for each person individually. There's no one right way, because you have your own individual makeup. And so your particular guardian angel might be this blue dolphin. All right. And I've never seen that. So that was so profound to be able to see that, to perceive for someone else or for myself, this thing I didn't even know existed. So you have to free your mind, and you have to free your heart. And often for that, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You have to do something that is not scaring you and dangerous for no reason, but you do something like go to a retreat, right, where you're surrounded and loved, and you're surrounded where your vibration is constantly raised, and you're given tools, and you're seen by people. And the community that we're developing is so beautiful, so loving. Every class ends with people saying, I'm going to miss it. This is the most powerful, wonderful group of people. You're all vulnerable. You're all loving. And we're finding ways to continue that. And so this is what's possible, is for you to be a part of a pod. Don't feel alone. Remember, I go in and remember I'm encoded with everything I already need. You are here on a fully funded mission. So if there's anything I can do for you, if you want to talk to me about the retreats or about the intuition school, we're going to be announcing the curriculum for the next year coming out after the equinox. I'm not allowed to put it out till we go through the equinox portal. That's how powerful the equinox portal is you come out a different person. However, what we just downloaded today was being shown to me also at the same time. There's multiple streams of codes and information coming in. I see as a teacher, and I see as a light being of my own self, and I see as you going through, because when I'm doing work with you individually, I see what you're seeing, or I'm on the journey with you. When I'm doing a group thing like this, there's different aspects, and that's why sometimes it's what do you see? And here's what we're all being offered. And then what do you see? And so everything I do is to help you awaken your intuition and your senses and start to trust them more, to have more vivid experiences. And it's an honor when people who've been doing their spiritual work for a very long time come to one of my classes or events and then says, oh my God, I've never had this kind of experience. I've never seen colors. I've never, saw things, visions. I've never felt this. And this is what happens. It's normal. It's happening all the time now. It's happening very fast. The money intuition class was a month long, or maybe 5 weeks long. And the transformation is profound in those people because they were so willing to step into clearing their intuition. That's a mystery school thing. That's a personal upgrade of yourself around the heavy, goopy, emotional topics of worthiness, of money or wealth, of deservedness, right? of receiving and of your personal value. And when we free ourselves from anything that says we're not good enough, look what happens. They brought us that diamond hanging above us in that last heart-shaped arch. The dolphins were like this, nose to nose, creating a heart shape. They were clear crystal at first. When we went under them, they changed. It was like somebody played a chime, like ding, and they were then chakra attunements, but not the chakra tones we know. Okay, these were higher frequency, full color spectrum chakra tones that we just received this treatment. So this is a treatment I'm going to be probably doing and teaching. So wow, that we got that. And then the last one was not clear and then a color when we went through, but were two rainbow dolphins, and hanging at the bottom of the nose right there was like this diamond, just like I see this card. Which had all the facets of who we are. So I'm going to go. You've got to go. It was incredible. Thank you for being here. And thank you for, that when we're together, whether we're in the water with the dolphins or we're all together like this, we are a pod and we are in the waters together, right? We're in these frequencies, and these dolphins have been infusing this Akasha, this energy field that we're in, because there is no time and distance. So when you come into my space and you come into my mystery world, into the infinity healing chamber, you're coming into a space between the worlds, and there's no such thing as time separating you or distance separating you. So I'm just swimming in all of these gorgeous energies. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. Thank you to all of you. Have an incredible, beautiful day. I hope I will see you tomorrow with Leora. We're going to play, and then on Tuesday we will meet for our full moon. So see yourself as a glowing hippie popsicle. It was like a big popsicle, and then we were glowing, and the aura is a big deal, okay? I can tell you that there was so much downloading to me, deeper information, decoding what I was describing to you was happening. It's why I know that it's a process, it's a healing, and it's probably going to become some kind of a certification to do this, because they're showing these elements. But if you focus on that aura being those beautiful colors, all right, and then the silver dolphins, maybe they're little, maybe they're big. Are they moving in what direction? Are they moving around? Are they moving in both directions? Are they all silver? Are they coming down through your central channel? Do you feel them spiraling? Are they coming up through your central channel? And that's all you need to do to keep activating. Just check in, see what they're doing, and move towards the full moon, knowing you've got this incredible transformation and healing going on. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I agree with the oh my goodness. Let's see what we have here. So, I love all of you so much. I'm just seeing all of what you're saying. And oh, my graceness, deeply moving. Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you, said Symphony. I'm so glad. I think I figured out that's how you say your name, but that's what they told me. So Olga said amazing, thank you. So, and the fact you're seeing silver dolphins, that is just awesome. Let's see here. Hi, Enza. Thank you for the attunement and the beautiful reading. Thank you, sweetie. I can't wait to look up my spirit animals. The dolphins were doing all kinds of work with me, and they were holding me at such a high vibration. I'm so glad you could see that. It's exactly what happens. It's much more profound when you're there in person, but we are getting to where we work with them. And this series, I've been bringing them in and bringing in guests and connecting to them. And now, 2 days ago, I went over and I was with them in person, and I met this new pod, and they were working with me like lasers, and it's just building so beautifully. And I'm so glad. Everybody take that to heart. It's what's happening for all of you. Olga said, I'm drawn to hear dolphin sounds now. May is what the message be saying. Yeah, you could probably just go to YouTube and Google dolphin sounds. However, we have in the shop, and you get it free when you join the retreat, but it's called Dolphin Healing Recalibration Frequency. And it's, I don't know, it's not much. It's less than $15. And I've been listening to it every day recently because I put in all these dolphin sounds, frequencies. There's a lot going on there, and it's really fun to hear them too. Thank you, Polly. Oh, good. What an interesting imagery. I will meditate further on it. Much love. You're so welcome. Hi, Derry. Oh, that was mesmerizing. It was mesmerizing, especially, I mean, we all get the healing, right? At the beginning, they put us in a space. And then we had individual messages. Some of them were group messages. And then we came into a place where that end was a profound healing and a profound download, and such an incredible thing that was for all of us, right? It went from Destine into everyone. Destine, oh, thank you. That was beautiful. I'm honored to have received that. I know, and we're all honored because you were sort of the doorway that started that whole thing flowing in for us. Flow, flow, flow. Beautiful, absolute pure love from the dolphins coming through you, Nan. Oh, I'm so glad, Olga. Thank you for inviting me. I'm honored and blessed. I accept and receive. That said Destine. Yes, right? Oh, I'm loving all the emojis. And I receive and accept. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I receive and accept. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for all the dolphin love. I'm honored to be here. Deep thanks. I'm honored to be here too. I did a meditation with the World Tree the other day, and I found out that in Lemuria you can slide down rainbows if you want to. Woo! We're the rainbows. I love that. I love the rainbow energy. I love all the things that we perceive of it, and there's so much more there. So there's a lot of magical realms, what we would call magical realms, that are coming through wanting me to teach them. And I've been not hesitant, but curious, people wanting to learn about elves or fairies or communicating with unicorns, or rainbows. Okay. If you've ever seen a full circle rainbow, yes, it's absolutely mind-boggling. And then, everything's a sphere and everything's a circle. And that rainbow does go above and below, just like they were showing us, whoever that was who was like here, and the water was, and the dolphin was up this way, heart up. And then the whole thing just turned. And it just doesn't matter the direction. So my spirit guide dolphin name I received in the dolphin meditation, was Trinidad. Ooh, I love that. That's lovely. Yay, yay. Rainbow hippie popsicle. Yeah, that's what it makes me think of, like that hippie kind of look, like peace, and just little peace signs and stuff. Just woo. Monica, have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Thank you, thank you. I love Fae and unicorns. I do too. So, let's play. Okay, guys. Namaste. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.